Welcome Adorama TV. Here we are in Dublin 2019 at the AES. What is the AES? Well, it's the Audio Engineering Society. And what's that? Well, it's an association for professionals and students in the audio industry. And they focus on audio technology. Fabulous. So we got lots to show you and I'm dying to have a look around. So come on, let's go. So here we are in AES Dublin. We have Frank and Graham. Tell us what the AES is all about, Frank.
The Audio Engineering Society was formed in 1948. This is our 71st year. We just celebrated our birthday. And we're here in Dublin for the very first time for the 145th Audio Engineering Society International Convention.
And Graham, tell us a bit about the AES and what it brings to people.
Well, this is all about engaging with anyone that's enthusiastic about professional audio, people that want to start from students right through to top-end professionals. We try and introduce as much education as well as chances to meet and greet with manufacturers, with audio engineers. We've got, here in Ireland, for example, we've got some distributors aligned with some of the top manufacturers, showing everything from live consoles through to recording mics, through to good old vintage style analog mixers as well. So try and cover as big a breadth as possible.
The AES is here to educate people on audio, but to also facilitate the sharing of information as research is done, as the field of audio is growing and expanding and becoming more sophisticated. Much of that has been introduced at AES. The compact disc player was introduced at an AES convention. The MP3 was introduced at an AES convention. The AES has been a breeding ground, an incubator, if you will, of audio technology for its entire existence. So the leading minds in audio engineering come and present papers and poster sessions at the AES conventions, and those products in 2 years will be realized by implementing technology that's presented in a theoretical way at AES conventions today. AES is also about standards. AES creates standards. If you've ever used an AES EBU connector on a electronic device to get digital 2-channel audio in, that's an AES standard. If you've ever used MADI, that's AES 10, that's an AES standard. AES 67, one of our latest and hottest standards that come about, and it's a little bit of a digital Rosetta Stone. It's allowing disparate audio networking protocols that are from different manufacturers and can't talk to each other to share their audio data. So AES is providing a bridge to allow these disparate groups to work together to allow individuals who are audio engineers who are using products from different manufacturers to work smarter. An AES membership is a nominal investment to stay plugged into the audio world, to stay on top of technology, but anyone who wants to join the society as an associate member can have access to our entire e-library. It doesn't matter if they're a working professional or just want to be one in the future, we give you ways to come in.
And here we are with Diogo from Sound Particles, this amazing 3D audio software for film or whatever sound design you want to do. Tell us a bit more about it.
Hi, so Sound Particles is a CGI-like software. You can create 3D environments, sound environments using sound particles. It uses virtual microphones and sound sources. Imagine that you want to create a war soundscape. So what you would normally do is to create on your DAW, one by one, you would create this soundscape. You would import gunshots, explosions, airplanes. With Sound Particles, you can create a square mile of 1,000 or even millions of sound particles, and each particle would reproduce the sound source. So you just have to create this environment, this 3D configuration of particles, and then you would import, let's say, 200, 300 war-related sounds onto Sound Particles.
So each sound gets its own particle and you can place that within the scene.
Exactly. Each particle will randomly choose one of those files. And then you have a virtual microphone inside of that scene in between the particles.
So you can move through the scene,
Exactly.
taking the sound with you.
Exactly, yes. And you can use stereo microphones, 5.1, ambisonics, Dolby Atmos, so you can create an all-around you effect on the fly, basically.
And is there a limit to the particles you can use?
Yes, currently we have a limitation just because we have to. But with the particle emitter, you can go up to 360 million particles.
Wow.
Yeah. If your computer can handle it. Yes.
And does it work with any DAW?
It's a standalone application. You would have to export the audio onto your digital audio workstation. Yes. You can bring in QuickTime, MP4, ProRes. You can watch the video and place the particles on top of the video. Even 360 videos.
Awesome.
Yes. We also have CGI integration. So imagine you are working on animation. You can import the 3D animation files from Maya, Blender, and you can import them into sound particles, and sound particles would attach sounds onto those objects, and maybe you have characters walking and the sound of the characters will go with the characters. Yeah.
So you overlay your particles on the physical on the actual picture you're looking at. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And then you outtake that out as a WAV or AAF,
yes,
and bring it into your 5.1.
Exactly.
Or how far does it go up, 5.1?
There's no limitation. You can create your own setups. If you have a setup like 100 speakers, you can create it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, lads, we have Claude from Merging Technologies here with a brand new toy straight out of the box. Tell us all about it, Claude.
There's not much to say, just look at it.
It's
Look
beautiful.
at how beautiful the device is. And it happens to sound pretty good too.
Great.
What is it?
Yes.
A monitoring controller in its first inception. It's highly software based, so while the mechanics will remain the same, the electronics as well, there's ample room to deploy it in various what we call missions. The first mission is a monitor controller.
And how does that all work? I mean, it's not just this box, is it?
The box by itself does the job to do a nice monitor mix for stereo plus subwoofer 2.1, for instance. Inside the box, standalone, no network required, just from here. When you want to go further up, the device is designed to scale up in capacity. Not I/O, because it has its limited I/O.
Sure.
A to D and D to A wise, we have 4 channel inputs, mic, line, instruments, and 4 main line outputs, plus 2 stereo headphones independent, each with other. And to have more I/Os, you simply go on the network, which is Ravenna AES 67 style.
Awesome.
And on that network, we get an additional 128 potential channels coming in and going out.
Wow.
So you can monitor right from that box whatever happens on your entire network. You can monitor and decide here, I want to listen this door coming from a Pro Tools, then I want to listen this other door or mixer from another room, and you can instantly switch between these sources in your monitor.
That's absolutely fabulous piece of kit.
You can then output from the mix here, which could be a 5.1 mix, a 7.1 mix, an Atmos mix, a 22.2 mix. You can then route those to additional devices on your network. Additional D2A converters, typically, to drive other speakers. You can control from the local touchscreen and the elegant,
very elegant,
rotary button here. But you can also, let me put my glasses on here. You have the view of all that from any web page on your iPad, on your computer, whatever is connected to your network, either wired or Wi-Fi. will work as
Awesome.
well.
All you need is the IP.
So you can also probably control it from your bedroom using your phone. If you have the IP address of the device, you can do that.
I'll get one for my stereo system at home.
From your mail, exactly. Yeah.
That's awesome. Listen, Claude, thanks a million. It's an absolutely beautiful machine.
I think I said enough silly things on this first day of spring. Huh?
Fair play. Spring is sprung.
It was a pleasure. Thanks.
Thank you. Cheers, man. So, lads, we have Fabrice from PSI Audio showing us our beautiful, beautiful speakers. Do you want to tell us a bit more about them?
Yes, so this is the A14. This is the smallest member of the family.
Okay.
We have many two-ways. We have one three-way and one new three-way, which is coming very soon with a new handmade mid. Plus we have other speakers for mastering. And we have a product which is not shown here, which is an active bass trap, which is a revolution in the audio domain. And it's all the products are full analog, including the active bass trap. In the past, we built for Studer, the manufacturer.
Yes.
So Studer was mainly in the broadcast industry. And since we launched PSI Audio from ourselves,
Yes.
We tend to go more to studios, broadcasting, still broadcasting, plus post-production.
So you do post and music. These could be used for both.
Yeah, for both, yeah.
So why should I go and buy your speaker as opposed to the competitor?
I would say the best would be to try them, to compare, then you will have the answer.
Awesome.
But honestly, we try to have really an instrument rather than just a loudspeaker making sound and bad sound. So we all develop by ourselves. We develop everything by ourselves. It's all handmade.
Wow.
Plus, it's full analog because we are testing everything that we can use to achieve the best product, and from our side, analog remains the best way to do it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And to be honest with you guys, I've just listened to these and they were incredible. That's amazing. They're so gorgeous. So lads, we're here at the Rupert Neve Designs part, and this is the Rupert Neve Designs. I have Josh here with me and he's going to explain what he has to show off today. Josh.
Yep. Hi, I'm Josh Thomas, General Manager and co-founder of Rupert Neve Designs, and this is our RMP-D8, which is a Dante remote-controlled mic pre. You have 2 redundant Dante outputs on Ethernet, simultaneous AES outputs, an 8-channel transformer, Rupert Neve Design mic pre with 1 dB gain remote control. It's controllable via either a Mac, PC, or the Yamaha CL or QL consoles currently. And we're working with other partners that'll come online later this year.
Awesome. Where would people see this? How would they use this? What's the best applications that you can see for it?
Sure. This was originally designed for live sound applications. We had a number of major acts taking our mic pre's, our straight analog mic pre's, out on the road, and have had a lot of demand the last couple of years for one that would be digital, have digital outputs on it. Once we came out with this for live sound, we found a great deal of interest from both broadcasters, studios, and I even have a couple mastering engineers that are using this as their main converter now.
Awesome, awesome. It's certainly a beautiful machine. Listen, thanks a million, Josh.
Thanks for coming by and saying hello.
And here we are with John Willett. Tell us about these new beautiful microphones you got here.
Yes, the new microphone is the Gefell M102. A lot of people have said that in the past that the Gefell M221 microphone was the nicest Omni around, and that uses a 1/2-inch measurement capsule, and in fact that same measurement capsule is used by Josephson as an OEM in one of their microphones. And the unique thing about it, it's a nickel diaphragm, that it's actually grown in place, so it's actually grown to be physically a part of the capsule itself rather than making a diaphragm and sticking it on.
How do you see the best uses of this?
Good omnidirectional is often used in organ recording and piano recording because an omnidirectional microphone has no proximity effect and it goes very low. So it goes low to about 10 or 5 hertz, very low frequency response. So they're for pianos and organs and things like that. They are absolutely perfect. What happened with the new 102 was that a university in Germany were doing a study for three-dimensional sound, and they came up with a rig that used 5 microphones in like a 5.1 array down the bottom, and about a metre above it were 4 microphones. And what they did, they used the half-inch 221 in the upper level, and they used the 1-inch 102 for the lower level. Because the 102 1-inch measurement capsule worked so well for recording as well as a half-inch, that Gefell have decided to release that as a recording mic in its own right as well. So the 102 is the first time it's been shown in Ireland, and it's only coming out now. It was shown at their 90th anniversary last year in Germany.
Awesome. Sounds beautiful. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about the commentator microphones?
Well, it's actually what I've got here, actually, are Codecs. This is made by AES Audio, a French company, and they are making codecs for broadcast transmission. The commentator codec, which is the Scoop Team, is very, very popular at the moment. One international broadcaster has just ordered about 80 of the things, and they've standardized on that. The reason why, there's a few things that AES do which are unique. Firstly, they were an audio company before they were a codec company. So the audio is very good. Very often you find, especially in commentating, they're commentating on a football match and suddenly the commentator will go, "Goal!" and will start screaming at the top of his voice. What you find with most codecs, the audio will saturate and start distorting because suddenly you've got a massive, great uplift of sound. Because the audio is very good in the AETA, it can take a much higher level before it saturates. So very often it will not saturate with this suddenly shouting of goal. So the sound is coming out very better. Also, again uniquely I think, you can have full control remote. You have an option of remote access. So you can have a commentator who may be absolutely useless technically, but a brilliant commentator. So as long as he knows how to plug it in, back in the studio, they can remote access and control everything remotely from the studio. So you don't have to have an engineer on site. No other codec, as far as I know, does that.
Okay guys, we have Jack here from Sachs, and he's brought these beautiful machines. What are they all about?
This is the S6FR Plus, the most compact and complex portable recorder.
Yes.
It's around 1 kilo and it's a 16-track recorder.
Wow.
It's including the time code and all facilities for synchronization,
yes,
for movies. And like this, it's 4 microphone inputs, 2 line inputs, and on the side is also the AES inputs, maybe for wireless microphone.
Perfect, yes.
And the companion, it can be attached together. The S688, it's adding 8 microphone inputs.
Wow.
Then the complete set like this is 12 microphone inputs.
Brilliant.
Yeah. And on the 16 tracks.
And with such a heavy machine, is it heavy at all?
No, it's the complete pack is around 2.5 kilo.
Wow.
With the battery.
Which would be perfect for all the field lads.
Yes, it is.
They'd be much happier to see that coming along.
Yes, but people's change, some customers change because they like the weight.
Love it.
They save the back.
Perfect. And you have a new thing for this year's show?
Yes.
What's that?
Then we show for the first time the LC8. It's just a controlled surface to control the setting of the recorder. For the operator, it's very easy to go on the shoulder with this, and just if he has more place to work, he can attach this and control with the faders.
Perfect. So you have complete control over your whole machine, because you know how it is on the field some days.
Yeah.
These bits can get a bit.
It is.
You're tired.
It's also depending the job.
Yes.
Some job is better to have all very small like
Absolutely.
this.
Yes.
If you are maybe it's in fiction, many people do part of the sound in the car.
Yes.
For instance, it's much better to have the more compact possible.
Just beautiful equipment. And Jack, you've another bit of equipment you wanted to show us, new to the show just now today.
Yes, this is the new S6 M2D2. It's a very small, compact and battery-powered microphone amplifier. It's 2 channels analog input. It's 1 AES input. Then it can work with 2 analog microphones and 1 AES microphone.
All right.
And we can even mix together on this small box.
And this will go to your recorder.
This box includes analog output,
Yes.
digital AES output, and also USB output.
Oh, wow.
And the USB can be connected to Macintosh or
Yes.
iPhone or Android.
Wow. As an
Yeah.
audio interface.
Yes.
Do we need any external drivers?
Nothing.
It's just plug and play.
Nothing. Exact. Yes.
Awesome.
With the Windows, we don't know. We have
Okay.
don't finished the test. We don't know how it will be with Windows. But actually, like this is working fantastic with the iPhone.
So ultimately, you have your super microphones.
Yeah.
Put that in your pocket and straight onto your iPhone.
Exact.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful
And
piece.
also this includes our famous dual AD technology,
Yes.
like the SXR4, and we have a dynamic range of 136 dB.
Wow.
Yeah. All of this is powered with this battery
Rechargeable.
and rechargeable, yes. And this is also the most common battery in the world. If you're in trouble, just stole a Tesla car. It's around 10,000 units of this in the Tesla.
No way.
But more easy, if you have problem with the battery, you can go to a vape shop,
Yes.
and this is used on
No way.
the electronic cigarettes. Yeah.
Wow. But we don't need to own a Tesla to own this piece of kit. do we?
Yes, if you need only one. Yes.
It's beautiful. Well done, Jack. Thank you very, very much.
You're welcome.
Cheers, man. Devin from Lavo, how's it going? Do you want to tell us a bit about what you're showing to us?
Yeah, we've got our flagship console, the MC² 96, on show at the AES here in Dublin. We're very proud to show it off. With the Lavo Limited office, which is the new office servicing UK and Ireland, is now open. Well, the MC² 96 it is our the large format production console, mainly seen and used in broadcast and in sports broadcast productions, but it also has applications in theater, in music production, and yeah, is very it is a lovely console. It's a very versatile setup. It's a lot of great access points on that. It's very functional for a wide variety of applications, and with the heritage in broadcast, it applies in so many other operations because of things like built-in power redundancy, built-in signal path redundancy.
Awesome. And interfacing it, how do I plug in my guitar?
Well, we work with heavily based in standards, and MADI and Ravenna are the path of inputs for the core. AES 3 as well, but we have a selection of stage boxes, and they could be interfaced via MADI, they could be interfaced via Ravenna, they could be interfaced with the AES 67 SMPTE 2110-30 standards as well. So in the center section, we have the center section screen there, right right above the center section of the console, which is really the access point for any of your focus channel areas. So whether you need to be able to access your EQs, your dynamics, your delays, your auxiliary sends, they're all from the center. All of the screens are also, are touch sensitive, and so you could be using them to be able to set up your summing outputs, your groupings, set up auto mix channels. You can have big, wide, metering, or big, tall metering, or you can have a lot more showing on different layers underneath, because you can get multiple layers on the console as well.
Awesome. It looks absolutely beautiful, and I wish you the best for it.
Thank you very much.
Everyone knows Genelec. Everyone loves Genelec. So what is Genelec going to give to us this year?
Ooh, we have one new product. I mean, the most recent new product is the S360 that we have in the demo room.
Okay. And is this a studio monitor?
This is a studio monitor, but designed more for immersive audio applications, for high power applications, and for long distance applications.
Awesome.
Because in immersive audio, I mean, you often find yourself in a pretty big room. And when the room gets big, the distances gets bigger, and then you need more power to fulfill, for example, the Dolby specifications for sound pressure level.
Fabulous. Immersive audio, amazing. Now, not all of us have that space in our bedrooms.
That's correct.
Okay. So, what could you talk to us about the ones here?
Yeah, we have the ones, which is the three-way system, a coaxial system. And we have 3 different models, out of which this one that we look at here is the biggest one. And then we have 2 smaller in size.
Fabulous.
And the smallest in size is called the 8331. And that would be perfect for your bedroom, I can tell you.
Okay.
I have one myself.
Awesome.
Or 2 actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you listen in stereo?
I'm listening in stereo,
Amazing.
yes. No, so
and
that's...
This is the biggest?
This is the biggest,
So you could be using this in film and post and...
Yeah, I mean, it's used for, either near field monitoring or in surround sound rigs or, stereo or any kind of format. These are also DSP based. So we have a computer program called GLM that controls the actual DSP inside the speaker, and you can have up to 30 speakers on the network.
Wow.
And you can do calibrations of the speakers, so you calibrate frequency response, you calibrate level, distance and phase. The connections are plentiful.
Yes.
For audio there is both analog and there is AES EBU.
Connecting directly
in, yes.
And it looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah. And you have a connection on Cat5 cables as well for the user network.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I would invite everyone to come and join us at AES New York in 2019. That's in October. It's co-located with the NAB show New York.
Sounds amazing. I hope we'll all be there.
I hope so too. You're invited.
Thanks a million, Graham.
I know somebody. I'll get you in.